Hey guys, welcome back over here, and today I'm going to talk about 5 important things you need to have in your e-commerce brand right now in this Q4 in order to milk out as much as money as you can. So guys, this video is going to be extremely valuable for those of you who are running an e-commerce brand and really want to make the most out of this time of the year. It's really important to double down on this time because the audience is actually much more willing to purchase as opposed to in other times of the year. So I'm going to be extremely efficient and I'm going to make a step-by-step full tutorial, you can call it, 5 things that is extremely important to have in your store. So guys, without further ado, let's make it happen. So the number one thing we want to talk about is an acquisition product. Now, people nowadays underestimate the importance of best-selling product. So if you guys running the multi-product store or one product store, it doesn't matter. You really need to have an acquisition product or bestseller, or like the dropshipper likes to call it, winning product. So this product eventually is going to be the game changer. It's going to make or break your store. This product is driving the most efficient and most conversions into your store because it's going to give you a lot of traffic, a lot of interest. It's a product that people basically scroll over social media and then they just came into, and it's looking amazing, and it really makes them click through and go into your website to see what it's all about. So acquisition products, it's really important. You really need to have ideally multiple of those, but even one can make a big impact. You want to find your winning product, winning element, winning acquisition product, and what you want to do next is to double down on creatives. So creatives is extremely important this time of the year because think about it, people are, especially now, are getting super bombarded with ads or all those type of commercials that people are usual to see and every day. Now it's it's like on a boost because this is the time where every advertisers in e-commerce brand, literally everyone just want to be on social media right now because they know the customers, the audience is actually much more willing to purchase as opposed to later times of the year. So make winning creatives, what it does, it actually keeps you more sharper in the game and lets Facebook make more prioritize for your brand. So let's say Facebook released lately a research that basically says that the most big competitor in every industry is making, I think it was 11 times more creative than the second. So it means that if you're not the biggest competitor in your industry, most chances that there is somebody else in your industry that absolutely dominated because it's making a lot of creative. You need to become a media company. Instead of becoming an e-commerce brand first and then thinking about how to produce content, you really need to think about how I'm thinking like a media company, how I'm getting myself in front of people and make and produce quality content that makes people to click through and go over my website. So this is going to be an extremely focused double down that you really need to make this time of the year especially. You really need to make sure you have spinning wheels of creative that you can test pretty much every week and see what works best. So the third thing I will talk about is make sure you are making remarketing campaigns. So remarketing campaigns is extremely efficient. They usually drive lower cost per acquisition because the people are usually warmer. It's people who are engaged with your social media or Facebook, Instagram. Those are people that visited your website. You can pretty much gather a decent audience out of those audiences and make sure you deliver some very good creatives and make sure you push the lip into those persons who really want to buy and just need a bit more persuasion to make the purchase happen. So remarketing campaigns are extremely efficient, extremely important. You really want to keep yourself in a position where your ideal customer sees you not one time, not 2 times, maybe 3, 4, and ideally even 7 to 10 times. You really want to make sure you are staying into his subconscious and popping up on some different places because it creates much more credibility and it basically allows you to keep your brand on people's mind for the long term. The number 4 thing I would like to talk about is email marketing. So email marketing is basically the fundamental of your backend. So if you have a strong email marketing, you can really be, I wouldn't say unprofitable, but I would say less profitable in your front end when you're, paid social media campaigns on Facebook, TikTok, or Google. You can allow yourself to be much more aggressive with higher cost per acquisition, because you want to get as much as data, as much as customers acquisitions that you can in order to milk them out at the back end with email marketing. So it's extremely important to have two things. Number one is flows, and number two is delivering newsletter to those people. So number one, flows. Flows is extremely important because it's basically a set and forget. People a lot of these days talking about return on investment and return on ad spend, but what about return on time? So I'm extremely enthusiastic about some things that you can pretty much set and forget. And once you set those, so it really is a 1, 2, 3, maybe 1 day hours, so maybe 1 day work, and it's basically compounds over time because people are seeing this. So let's say you're setting a welcome series, and people are getting into your website and they're signing in for your newsletter on the pop-up, and they're getting bombarded with a welcome series that basically allows them to see what is your brand all about, and it gives them pretty much a good idea about what you can do for them, and it drives much more credibility and it makes people convert. So it takes you around 1 or 2 hours to set it, but once you set it, it basically can compound over time and give you customers in the long term, and you can basically just touch this touch these flows maybe every once in a quarter or once in a half a year. So it's extremely efficient. I would suggest definitely go in. If you stick to the end of this video, I'm going to give you my exact flows that I'm using. So make sure you stay until the end and smash that like button, hit the subscribe. It helps the algo show me to more people and give my value out there. So number 5 thing, I would say, wow, it's hard, man. Number 5 thing I would say is to be much more strategic in your thinking, because you don't want to focus right away on profitability because you're trying to grow a brand. You always need to think about some, the exit phase of the brand, and you really need to set the whole brand for exit, because if you want to one day just sell it over, you can make it and make some multiple 7 or 8 figures. I saw e-commerce brand that just selling out, because this is an extremely valuable equity that people can actually buy and make a business out of. So I would say keep a strategic plan. So focus on growth first, focus on getting as much as client as you can and making as much as content as you can, because once you have those data of all of these customers and you have a huge database, you can really control the market via email marketing and SMS marketing and all of the other fun stuff. And you can allow yourself to be much more competitive on the social media, because think about it. Social media ads are not getting cheaper. No, they're not getting cheaper. A lot of these days, people just only jumping in and joining into social media because they know all the audiences is actually there. So they want to make ads, and they come with everything that they can, and these things makes your ads much more expensive. So if you can allow yourself to be much more competitive, and you can allow yourself to acquire customers at a higher price, you're going to eventually win, because you're going to win in the bids, you're going to win on the campaigns, you're going to win everywhere, because you can allow to spend more in order to acquire those clients. So this, guys, I think 5 of the most important things that I would say you need to have in mind for this Q4. Basically, it's going to cover everything you really need to know in e-commerce brand and how to scale it much further. Of course, there are more strategic practical ways that you can actually make on. And I'm going to make some more videos further ahead. I'm going to make some more videos that are going to be extremely valuable for you guys. So making sure you follow this channel, subscribe, and you really don't want to miss out this content. So guys, let me know in the comments what you think about what I've just went over through. And I really appreciate that you watched till the end. Thank you very much. As I said, I'm going to give you my exact flows in the next video. You guys that stay till the end, so if you subscribe, you can get noticed when it comes out, so make sure you're following. If you have an e-commerce brand and you're looking to scale over to 7 figures, please contact me down below. I'm the owner of Flyers Digital. We're a digital marketing agency that basically dominates the market of Facebook ads for e-commerce brands. We usually make funnel creation for your brand, ads management, scaling, everything that really needs to be in this area, and we set up your email marketing as well, and making sure that you're all set for the entire year, not just the Q4, and you can make money and make your business profit. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. We'll see you in the next video.